Damn toads. Fuck! Shit. Ah, fuck. Okay. That sucks. And it sent me all the way back to spawn. Motherfucker. Okay, this is fine. Everything that was in my bags is intact, so all of the resources that I went out there to gather are still mostly in my possession. It is good to be back to my house after so many episodes away. And I've got a lot of inventory management to do now. There we go, drop off most of this wood. That's another bag emptied. Potion bag. Not too much in here right now. I think I'll just take the empty bottles out so I can craft with those in a minute. Farming bag. Alright, and I'm gonna need to designate one of these chests for alchemy ingredients. Now there's the matter of getting some upgrades in. Let's see. Blacksmith's anvil upgrade. Yep. Immediately getting that. And the next one requires a ton of cobalt, essence of fire, essence of ice, don't have any of that yet, and essence of void. I have enough fire, essence of fire, and almost enough essence of ice. Or sorry, almost enough essence of void. I need the ice and need the cobalt. But now I can make thorium weapons and tools. All I'm missing is, apparently, I just used up all of my linen scraps. Only there was a way for me to craft those. And let's see, for the alchemist's workbench, I need 5 gold ingots, 10 bone fragments, and venom sacks. And I need 30 more linen scraps for that. Okay. Well, looks like I'm going out fighting skeletons. This stone axe does not do much damage. Okay, yeah. Weapons harvested from enemies are kind of awful. This is bad. This is very bad. I am actively dying. Oh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put that in there. There. My bow makes quick work of these guys. But I need to farm about 50 of that. Alright, taking these guys out pretty quick and easy. My bow's durability is already quite low. This guy's not even trying to attack. Well, no skeletons left, so I guess my best option is to wait for night when it's easy to find them. Till then, I can probably get some nice building and expansion of my general home done. Let's see what I can do with these linen scraps first. So I can now make thorium and cobalt weapons and tools quite easily. Though I could already do tools. Doesn't seem to be much of a limitation on tools. Adamantite and mithril, the only ones that are locked. Craft myself a hatchet. Thorium level. Very nice. Is there anything I can do about upgrading any of these? My armor stand requires medium leather. Got a good amount of medium hide to work with. Put 20 of it in there. And then once I get the armorer's workbench upgraded with that, then I'll be able to make some thorium armor. Very nice. Yeah, that'll be a good step up. My survivability is about to double. Now, let's see. Requires more medium leather to craft a lot of that. I guess I'll be processing all of it then. It's not like I need medium hide for anything. The raw hide was just used for the bags, and I've been going straight to large bags. And I already have all but one of them. That just requires bread, which I do not have dough. So it requires eggs, and I haven't captured any chickens yet. Let's see, make myself a nice thorium sword. Nice. I think I'll upgrade to a thorium bow. Scrap the iron one. And now I have a boat properly floating here. With the fishing traps attached. Very nice. And craft myself a whole shit ton of arrows. And there we go. Now I'm ready to go out and harvest more skeletons. Let's see how much damage this sword does first. Oh, I've got an extra test here against a bear. Okay, yeah, that's pretty effective. Just getting a good firing range. Two hits. Same as the iron bow, but it does seem to do a little more damage. Maybe I should head to that mine shaft. Might be some in there. Plenty of chests for me to loot. Okay, well. Found the mine shaft. Time to actually get into it. Let's see what I can find. Okay, we have a minecart. Definitely a good find. Anything under the platform? No. Well, let's try and do this clockwise then. Oh, fuck. That scared the shit out of me. Guessing this guy's sword is thorium too, considering it's got the same green going on with it. Didn't really have any depth to it, and I already found all the loot, and there weren't any skeletons to kill. That's a shame. Didn't really care for using bows much in Minecraft when I was doing survival, because crafting them was such a pain, having to go out and find mass amounts of gravel to convert into flint, which you'd only get one like every 10 pieces of gravel. But the recipe in this proves to be much easier to work with. Alright, maybe I should go terrorize a couple of Trork bases. That'll get me some scraps. There's one at the end of the river here I haven't hit up yet, so that'll be a good source. Oh, and we have the Trork boss right here. And I can just take pot shots from the roof, and he can't do shit about it. And now they're just standing on top of a campfire and burning themselves to death. These dumbasses. Well, that got me plenty of linen scraps. Their battle axes really aren't worth much, though. Just gonna... Hey, if you're this far in the video, maybe consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing to the channel. And if you really want to help me out, consider following the link below to check out my book. I also do commissions, so feel free to contact me for that over any of my socials. Now, I'll let you get back to the video. And you completely missed the death of your commander. So did you. Oh geez, the fall damage was nuts. I did not calculate that in when I went to get that leaping kill. Oh, he jumped down here. And he's dead. Now I want to check out these bones over here. Because this is a massive rib cage. The hell could have died to produce this? Alright, well, I've almost got 40 linen. And these are some rather jagged peaks over here. Looks like I'm technically into Zone 2 now. Yeah, or not Zone 2, Zone 3. I'm into the ice biome now. Now there's this building here. Oh, there's some good stuff in here, and now I'm up to 50 linen scraps. Nice. Skeleton Scout. And a snowy owl. Nice. Got a couple more new skeleton types right up here. Definitely want to fight them to collect as many memories as I can, and they're another source of linen. What the fuck just roared at me? Holy shit, is that a fucking Yeti? And another goddamn skeleton here giving me shit. Took the Yeti out too, though. Ooh. And I've gotten some Essence of Ice now. What the hell is that? It was one big nasty fish. Looks scary, it doesn't seem like the thing's violent. There, back home with all those linen scraps. And a lot more resources to store again. It's never ending. Looking like I'm gonna have to make that basement sooner rather than later. But for now... Alright, the only thing holding back the armorer's workbench is my stock of leather, which is now looking pretty good and ready to upgrade it. Requires venom sacs to make these too. Wonder why. Oh, but it costs a lot of medium leather to craft them as well. Do I have more hide to convert? Only light hide. Wait, no, I've got 5 more medium hide. Should be enough for the job. No, 3 more medium hide. Should be mostly enough for the job. Let's see about converting some of these, though. My old equipment. That got me some more medium hide. By the time that's done, it should be enough to get my armor finished. Ah, and I can now make an Arcanist's workbench. Now I just need more venom sacs and some gold. Actually, I've got enough venom sacs, it's just not in the right inventory. Just put 20 of those over here real quick. And yet, now all I need is 3 more gold ingots. But first... Arcanist's workbench. That's where I make the teleporters. And a healing totem. A slowing totem. Flame crystal staff. I haven't gotten any rubies, and I need more silver and gold for that. Ice crystal staff. I don't have enough silver, nor essence of ice. But I can make teleporters. I can make 2 pairs of teleporters. Which means I can now build a teleportation hub somewhere that'll get me between home and both the desert and the tundra. Now that's good. Well, I guess I better get to work on building that next then. Alright, since I'm running low on storage space, I think it's pretty clear that I need to make myself a basement. So, how about we build an entrance to one right here? So, while I'm working on digging out this basement, I may as well get into the last question that was asked of me in the comments of a recent video. At this point, I'll have run out of them, though. Maybe the top of the next video going up today, I'll add a comment asking people for more things to answer. But anyway, yeah, so I was asked, since I've covered both Pokemon and Digimon on the channel, which one did I start with? And, a bit of a surprising question. I actually can't remember which one I started with because they were kind of simultaneous. It was back-to-back. Because I started as a kid of only 5 years old, watching Kids WB and other Saturday morning cartoon programs, and they were both on back-to-back. So I was introduced to the two of them on the same morning. My first episode of Pokemon was the sinking of the SS Anne. And my first episode of Digimon, I believe, was actually the one that introduced Birdramon in the original Digimon Adventure. Of course, in English, so at the time I only knew it as Digimon. After that, I kind of just got hooked to them both long-term. Couldn't put them down. Loved them both with a passion. As a kid, I was maybe a little bit obsessive about it. For a myriad of reasons. I didn't exactly have a healthy social life as a kid. Once again, partially because of my mother. But that did lead me to getting very easily hooked to the series and obsessing over it, and both series actually. Practically everything I drew as a kid was about that. Up until my next autistic hyper-focus ended up becoming the Sonic franchise after I played Adventure 2. I've definitely come a lot more varied and functional as a person since. But, that was just kind of my childhood. When it came to the games, my first Pokemon game was the original Red, Blue, and Yellow set. I actually had all three of them, but I also had a brother to share them with. Still do, of course. Although, definitely don't share anything with him anymore. Our interests have splayed off considerably. He wants nothing to do with such games anymore. I was given my first copies of Red, Blue, and Yellow as early Christmas presents. They were meant to be Christmas presents, but they were given to me and my brother practically 2 months early because we had just been informed in a very late night call that a little girl in Arizona had just been born who was already set up for adoption. And we needed to hop on a plane and fly out there to pick her up immediately. So, of course, my parents decided that my brother and I needed something to entertain ourselves during the long trip. So we were given our Game Boy Colors and copies of Red, Blue, and Yellow to last us through the long trip. Obviously, that was quite the huge help. The only downside of that was I was only 7 at the time, and although I could read, I hadn't gotten much guidance or experience with gaming. So I kind of ended up floundering with the controls for quite a while. My brother and I both. We sort of didn't understand how to navigate the menus. So we both kind of just ended up not knowing how to save for several weeks after that, and didn't learn how to until we were taken into Walmart to get directions on it from a staff member. Yeah, we were that bad. I knew how to read, I just didn't know how to navigate menus, and there were a lot of things on those early games that were abbreviated. And then, of course, after that, I never really stopped with the Pokemon games. I ended up taking a short break from it for Generation 5 because there was a lot going on in my life at the time. It was not good. It was very much not good. But, I managed. After Generation 5, I picked things back up with 6. I eventually went back and played 5 still, but I never got my hands on Heart Gold and Soul Silver because they had such a limited release and were impossible to pick up. But picking back up with X and Y was a good experience, and my streak remains unbroken since. I never really did much with the spin-off series. Never really played Mystery Dungeon and such. I have a lot of respect for it, but I didn't really care much for the gameplay. What I've seen of the story and the characters they wrote for it, yeah, that's great. But I never really... I never really got into the gameplay. Then there's my experience with Digimon games, and obviously, for most of the series' history, they weren't very good. As any fan can attest to, even if you're a big Digimon fan, you still know the games just weren't good. But I did start off with the earliest Digimon games on the PlayStation. Well, I mean, the earliest ones were the Digivice toys. The V-Pet series. And I never got into those ones. But I did play the PlayStation titles, the early ones. The original Digimon World and the next 2 sequels as well, and I wasn't a good enough gamer at the time to really make much progress in any of them. The Digimon World games were particularly difficult for a kid that age. A lot of logistics and training, and just not an easy process for a kid who didn't have anyone to help him out with that, because my dad was a bit of a gamer, but he had no interest in those sorts of games. Most of what he played was... Well, he actually played a lot of the popular horror-themed Doom ripoff Blood. I can't blame him. It was a good game. Thanks for watching, guys, and please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Envoy of Kairos for many more videos, ranging from gameplay to speed paints, my original Pokemon region, game concepts, and much more. And do try to remember the words of Kairos. Embrace every opportunity to better yourself and the world. You never know when a leap of faith will change your life for the better. See you again soon.